So I just watched Dodgeball, a true underdog story.
Average Joe's wins in a shocking upset.
I feel shocked.
I'm pretty sure this is the first adult comedy I ever watched back when I was a kid staying at my grandpa's place. And in that respect, it holds a special place in my heart. But it doesn't completely hold up to memory. Now, the only two real problems I have with this movie are pretty minor, but consistent and noticeable. The first one just being some odd cutting, editing here and there. Like they'd cut away from a scene or shot when it didn't feel over, or they'd cut to a scene or shot and feel like they cut to it a little too late. Then the second problem being sometimes they'd explain some of the jokes in this movie by dragging them on. The first example of this is when Justin Long's character tells Vince Vaughn's character he's working out for cheerleader tryouts so that he can impress his crush. Pretty funny, right? But then Vince Vaughn repeats the joke, bewildered, and goes, "Boy, things sure are different from when I was a kid." Now, that's the problems. Let me start the positives by saying I love Vince Vaughn. Just the way he talks and acts in comedies is hilarious to me.
You get outside, you play around, you make some friends, play kick the can, do some athletic stuff, you go to school, you're comfortable to play sports, you get a partial scholarship. Do you have any ethnic in your background, any ethnicity at all in your background?
Even if it can tend to feel like he's always playing the same or a similar type of character, I like that character. In Dodgeball, though, he's a bit more lax, sometimes more serious than usual, but still, always funny. Ben Stiller, also, I love him. And this exaggerated character he plays is pretty funny too. I really liked most of the supporting cast, and there were some small roles by some actors I recognized that were like these cameos that had me laughing too. Then there was a handful of actual cameos that were hilarious. Rewatching this movie after years, I was surprised how fast it went by or how short it felt. I guess this relates to the pacing of the movie. The pacing of this movie and the way things happen or move along would feel so weird and off if this movie wasn't so absurd already. This is the best part of this movie. The absurd comedy. You have Girl Scouts on steroids.
Qualified.
God damn you, Bernice! Ugh.
And an old man in a wheelchair throwing wrenches at a bunch of grown men training for a fucking dodgeball tournament. I remember these kinds of jokes rather than the few, thank God, gross out, poop funny, trying to be offensive jokes. I mean, really though, there's not much to say about Dodgeball, I don't feel like. It's really just another one of those 2000s comedies that stands out among the rest by a bit thanks to its absurdity. So I guess I'll give Dodgeball, a true underdog story, a 3 out of 5 stars. And some of that might have to do with the whole special place in my heart thing. To be honest, I cannot tell. So yeah, that's it. Hope this turned out good. Okay. Cut.